Oh, Sweat Equity Podcast. Oh, I'm excited. Carlee Cone Bowden, don't call me Bowden, is here as the guest. We're sans Caleb Fuddy, but that's all right. We move on. He's got some busy things. There's going to be times where I'm not here, and we'll pour a drink out to remember me. So Sweat Equity Podcast, we're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher, we're on Podbay, we're on all that jazz. If you like this podcast, which means you've made it to this area, you made it a whole minute. Actually, not even a whole minute. Now it's about a minute. And you made it. Why don't you pause right here, give us a 5-star review, subscribe to us on iTunes. That basically the breakdown for podcast and how you get up in the news and noteworthy of your category, which we're in the business category, is it goes by 3 rankings. It goes by listens, downloads, it goes by subscribers, and it goes by ratings and reviews. And
Did not know that.
That's kind of the three entities that kind of push you up.
Cool.
For my podcast addictive kind of life, I'm constantly listening to other ones, and I've picked up kind of that seems to be the model to get up the ranking. So we don't have any sponsors. No sponsors. This is free. This is a fucking free podcast, free advice.
We're going rogue.
You like the sound of your voice? You sounding good?
I'm not going to lie. I'm really happy with myself right now.
You're going very NPR. I may have to geek you up a little bit.
Whoa.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. You got to talk right into where if this was a...
Keep it steady.
If this was a dick,
Oh, God.
you got to talk right into the dick hole, basically. So there's omni mics where you can hear everything going on, like a campfire mic, where
Right.
if we just had one, but it doesn't sound as good. These, since we don't have the most professional setup, we kind of set it up so you got to go straight on that dick.
So basically just swallow the entire mic.
Okay, either way.
All right.
Well, no sponsor for the podcast so far. We'll get to. I'll bring you in a little bit. What we do is we try to do like where a sponsor might exist if we have one. Our goal is to get to 20,000 downloads in a month. It's possible. It's doable. You got to have goals with everything, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink some of this Tampa style lager made by Cigar City Brewing. Again,
So good.
didn't ask us to do it, but hey, that's gonna be the lead on this sponsorship for this episode. Yeah. We're doing this on the Friday before Gasparilla outside of the area. If you don't know what that is, it's basically Mardi Gras pirate themed. Make sense? Capiche? All right, what's up? What's up, dude? Don't freeze up on me. Don't get tense.
I don't know what our topic is.
Don't worry about it. I haven't given you anything.
All right, you throw it and I will go.
You got to do a little bit of housekeeping up at the beginning.
I apologize. I'm a newbie. I'm fresh.
No, you're fine. You'll be fine. You have a blog called Crown and Ginger.
Yes, I do.
There's some dashes in there.
Yeah, just one.
So what is Crown and Ginger?
It's the drink of choice by my mom is how I came up with the name. But basically the focus of it is just a lifestyle blog that focuses on Tampa, traditions, legacy, history, and then keeping up with the Joneses basically on people that are moving up the ranks in business.
Now, we were hanging out last night, and you had a pretty kick-ass clutch purse.
That is true.
That's maybe the gayest thing I've ever said in my life, but
it's factual, so it's okay.
it had brass knuckles as the handle, and I really liked that. And then on the outside, it was bejeweled. Now, if you're not a Tampa person, maybe you're a friend of ours in New Orleans. Maybe you're a friend of ours in another city listening to this. Because about half of our listeners are in this Tampa Bay area. About half are outside of the zone in New York and L.A. Yeah, we're big time. Denver, what?
Oh.
Yeah, Peyton Manning listens. Did you know that?
Isn't he the one that says Omaha?
Mm-hmm.
I learned that like 2 weeks ago. Sorry.
Wow.
Pretty excited.
Big football fan.
College, yeah. Pro, stupid.
Yeah. Well, we're in Omaha right now. No, but I'm saying that would you be pushing stuff that you don't necessarily need to be in the area to kind of get what's going on? Is there more lifestyle where you're like, hey, I found this badass clutch purse that could kick someone's fucking temple right through their goddamn brain.
Basically, anything that'll come in handy for defending yourself when you're out at a party. I do highlight things, and I try to support the local businesses, but anything that they have, they would have gotten it somewhere else. So I try to get with them to figure out where you can buy it. Most likely, at least you'll see it online, and then you can just Google it to find out where to get it locally.
Okay. So, yeah, my friend's doing that with a ladies sporting clothing line. And it's called Knockout LA. So she basically pulls in the good shit. Mm-hmm. You go to her site to find out, oh, this looks kind of cute. I'd buy that. She's just a kind of, she's a curator
of ladies' fashion who like to play sports.
Yeah, like workout clothes.
Okay, so athletic apparel.
Yeah,
as opposed to I need pads for my ladies' football league.
Well, I don't know why you would need maxi pads for. Oh, pads. Okay.
Come on, football. Here we go.
I was thinking, why would you need a maxi pad to play a punter? Because you're not going to be a real football player.
No, but you're going to get real pissed if you miss that kick.
Your thoughts on ladies lingerie league? What do you think?
I'm a fan if the outer appearance matches the external performance, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if you are easy on the eyes, but you have some type of skill, great. I'm all for that. All for big supporter.
Well, what kind of skill are we talking here? Because this is getting already in the gutter. I know where your mind's at.
No. Okay, mm-hmm. Bring it. Pull back the reins.
Okay, we're talking like a halfback sweep. They can make that one cut.
I want to see you come out in your athletic wear, and I'm just like, that girl, she is really good looking. But I also want to see you tackle the shit out of the other teammate. So that you're like, you have athletic ability. Right. That's what I'm saying.
Tackle, keep wrestling.
Okay, well, not like
Jello end zone.
All right, or we could take a sharp right, and yes, we could have a Jello fight. Yes.
So okay, you have your blog,
yeah.
But also by day we don't have to mention your employer, but you are a strategist, which we were talking about a week ago. We were hanging out, and it's like, I don't like telling people I'm a consultant because it sounds like a drug runner. Like it sounds like a fake job. And strategist always sounds like a fake job, especially when you're really young. You're under 30?
No.
What?
I'm under 33.
Yeah, under 33. That's what I was saying. And now everybody knows your age. It's crazy. I feel bad.
It's not 33 though, guys. So
okay.
Trick's on you.
Under 33.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying like it's one of those things where I feel like when you're young, I'm 31, and it's one of those things, I tell people I'm a consultant, they're like, what the fuck do you know? I feel like it gets you that extra, like, juice to be like, oh, yeah? Well, what I do is I ask people just, like, try me right now, and I'll give you an idea of how this would work.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've had to do any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I think any position.
And you're a lady, too.
Yeah,
this is a man's world.
I am a lady. I'm a lady friend. I think any position where you are in management, where you have people that are on your team working together, you have to strategize as far as delegating who's going to do what, where the business is going to take you. So my position is not actually, it's more when you're in management, you use my favorite term, strategery.
Yeah.
With any of your decisions, just
our best president.
God, yeah.
Ever.
Strategery.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure you don't spit it out then. But consultant, I think, goes along the same lines as like freelance. If you say, oh, well, I do this freelance, it's like you're a hobo waiting for a job is what you are.
It's weird. Entrepreneurship used to be an ugly term. It used to be like, oh, you wash cars on the side. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's kind of a sexy, cool thing a little bit, but it still has I've been using inelastic and elastic a lot, so I apologize if I've been throwing that on the podcast a little bit too much. But it is such an elastic term. Technically, you have a lemonade stand, you're an entrepreneur. So there's no barrier to entry on calling yourself an entrepreneur. I've been hit on by dudes that have been said like, hey man, I'm an entrepreneur. I'll make you famous. Let me see them calves, boy.
That sounds
and I'm
legit.
like,
I'm down.
I'm not. I appreciate the compliment. Like I like when gay guys give me a compliment.
It boosts your self-esteem.
Yeah. Look, it's like I think about Scientology. You know, they're like, hey, do you want a reading? And I'm like, no, but thanks. Like, thank you. Like, you made my day. You think I could be part of your thing.
Yeah,
and that's really nice.
Good for you, not for me.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't mean I hate you.
No.
And I don't get scared because the Scientology center in Tampa is 2 blocks away.
Yeah, I saw it I almost stopped and just, had to take a moment for myself. But
did you get a free reading?
No, not yet. But I did. I'm reading that book right now that's like the tell-all from
Going Clear?
No.
Or the other one?
No, I saw that. Oh, no. I saw the one on HBO, but I'm reading the book from Leah Remini. I think that's how you say her last name, from King of Queens.
Let's just she's the wife on King of Queens, but really she was Stacey Carosi in the episodes of Saved by the Bell at the Beach.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was so good. That was like her. That was her claim to fame for real. But her book is all about how she like grew up in Scientology and how she got out. But it's an awesome book if you haven't read it. Let's just put it that way.
No, keep throwing. What did you get out of it? Because for those that don't understand Scientology in this area, you got to come to Clearwater. That's kind of like one of their main hubs. They essentially own a shitload of real estate in Clearwater, Florida. They own. We're in Ybor City in Tampa, which is kind of where the cigar factories used to be. The Italian Cuban heritage. It's really the history of the town, similar to like Lodo in Denver. Like how that used to be late 1800s, early 1900s. Those are the old buildings that are kind of getting revived in a lot of cities. We're in that area of town. There's a huge Scientology building that used to be a cigar factory, and that's almost an orbiting hub for their Clearwater location. They have a big one in Hollywood, right on Sunset, I believe.
Yeah, it's an old hotel that they transformed into it. But I didn't believe like all this hullabaloo, if you will, about Scientology. I was like, okay, they're stretching it. It's a religion. They're just making it up. Like they're stretching the truth to make it seem like it's completely fake. And I'm sure there's some reality to it. I get it.
Good business model.
Oh my God. I freaked after seeing the documentary and then reading the book. Oh my God. They would keep like children in one room and they weren't taken care of because everybody had a job no matter what age you were.
Sounds fine by me.
I mean, I'm all for like, my kids are definitely going to do the chores at the house, but somebody needs to take care of these babies. And they were putting like teenagers in a room to take care of them.
Yeah.
My older brother would have murdered me in 1 hour left in a room.
Right.
So those children are probably dead.
Possibly. I mean, not all bad. If you believe in Darwinism.
Okay. Well,
not too terrible.
Some of them are alive.
It is weird. There's only like 50,000 of them now, Scientologists.
Well, that would make sense. I would fucking hope so after all this stuff.
But they were so rich because they made the best investments with the money they had when they're huge in like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Where they were I don't know, maybe 1 million Scientologists.
Did you know they had a naval academy and it's called like Sequest?
Yeah.
There was no like talking dolphin, but they went on a boat and legit these people signed their lives away and traveled with this one man, and they got nothing out of it. They have to just work. They're not even really paid. And
yeah, well, I was trying to write a bit about this. I think the political and religious and all that stuff, everybody wants to be on a team of some sort. So I used to get kind of like pissed at my friends that were, they're unconditionally Republican, unconditionally, Democrat. And it's like, really? Like you just, whatever goes for that team, you're
black,
on.
They're strictly black and white.
Right. And it's like, we don't live in that kind of society. You realize that. And the people that are at the top of these things, they don't really believe like what they're pushing out there a lot of the time. I had a buddy that worked for who's the assistant, like I'm gonna fuck this up, the assistant DA or the DA of Florida, or the one that hates gay dudes. And I was like,
that's a lot.
I was like, does she really hate gay? Like, first off, it's weird when a chick doesn't like gay guys, always, to me, no matter how far right they are.
Okay, so where I stand is like, that's a good time, number one. That is a party.
Right.
I am trying to have a dance party. Girls, I don't care if you are at work, you're pissed, you're at home, you got shit to do. If somebody says we're having a dance party, you drop everything and it's a dance party. And that's mainly the gay population. I know that's a stereotype.
Yeah, but stereotypes are around for a reason. That's a good one.
Truth.
That's like black guys with big dicks. That's great.
For them.
I would love that. if they're like white dudes with huge foreheads, they have big schlongs. I wish that was a fucking like.
I'll see if I can.
Me and Peyton Manning would be like, well, yeah, I got a fucking thoroughbred Bronco right here. I'm saying like.
Oh my god.
I'm saying like with my wife's going to a pre-Gasparilla party tomorrow, and it's with her gay mafia crew. And
which one? That's sick. If you have friends called the Gay Mafia,
yeah,
sold. I'm in.
Don't offend the gay mafia ever.
You're dead
because you're on the other side.
I don't want to know what would happen.
You know, I'm an ally of the gay mafia. I want to always be friends with gay parties. Are the best parties. I lived in West Hollywood at one point. Fabulous, awesome place to live.
Do they have glitter guns?
Well,
because if you, I would
let's
just
put it this
want
way:
to be
the
shot.
the cop cars, the cop cars were rainbow flag, pixelated rainbow flag. It's supposed to represent like the grid of the city of West Hollywood, arguably one of the gayest parts of the country. And it was I didn't even know it was supposed to be a grid of the city, but they embraced it. You know.
That's awesome.
Now, just if you're a straight guy and you go to the Gold's Gym in West Hollywood, you're gonna hear some stuff, and I get it. Okay, I totally get it.
Weird.
Oh, I totally get it. Well, think of like if you were held in the closet with all the hormones and stuff, and you couldn't tell people you liked a chick or I liked a dude, and you just bottled that up, and then at like age 18 or 21 or whenever you came out, you just let it go like a goddamn champagne bottle.
Fucking banana hammocks and rollerblades.
I totally understand it. And then when you're an older gay man, you just kind of let it like you're just like an old guy.
Just an old guy hanging out.
Yeah, but you also gay dudes have that male testosterone, and then you're trying to compete with each other. So there's a lot of shit going on there. No pun intended, but there's a lot of there's a lot of shit flying, and it's metaphorically I'm saying. And you got testosterone. You've got like just bottling all like your craziest years of
everything you missed out on.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So I totally get it why it's a little bit more out there, and why gay dudes get a pass when they say something really off color at a weird party where I'm at. It's like, oh no, it's cool. Terry's fine. You know, like
he's gay.
Yeah,
but Carlee just said it, and we're gonna have to ask you politely to get the fuck out of our house.
Get out of here. Take your Zimas and Jolly Ranchers. Get the fuck out of here.
Ugh. My thing is, I'm not either way. I love everybody. That's great. But my thing is, I don't even like when straight people are making out next to me. Like, I don't want to see.
I fucking agree,
None
dude.
of that. I don't care if you're lesbian, bisexual, which is greedy, by the way, gay, straight.
Oh, greedy.
If you're bi, you're greedy. I'm putting it out there.
Okay, all right.
But I don't want to see anybody making out. I don't care if it's a man or woman. Like, don't slobber everywhere near me.
Slobber.
Yeah, I almost said slob, but that's hopefully you don't do that. That's gross.
That's 3-6 Mafia. Yeah. I had a bit about. I'm just gonna run bits this whole episode. Basically, that didn't work out. No, I don't watch a lot of porn. It's weird to me. It's weird, and the weirdest thing about porn is like the grossest thing in porn is if you just saw two people making out, and I think that would be the grossest thing in real life to see. Like, you'd rather see two people like in an alley like going at it than be like 3 feet from two people making out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It gets awkward when they're sitting right next to you, and you're just like, okay, so should I move or should I just tell them? Like, should somebody do it? But if you see someone in an alley, you're grabbing your fucking friends and popcorn, and you're like,
yeah,
you're not gonna believe what I'm looking at.
Because the makeout session, I mean, that's just trying to get attention, essentially.
Yeah, I don't care how much you're in love with your boyfriend who just gave you a Tiffany's necklace.
Ooh.
Go home.
Ooh.
And Tiffany's not
that sounded
cute.
specific. Like, all right.
There's always a certain age group and a certain couple that does it. And I'm not your friend.
You're not an ally of the makeout group. All right. Well, we've gotten kind of off topic of the business side of the podcast. But look, business is psychology. So that's kind of how I see it. I heard someone say that. I heard the prophet say that at some point. Marcus Lemonis.
I'm sorry, who?
Lemonis.
I definitely know who he is.
The prophet, the most humorless guy of all time, but I like his style. He's from Florida, so I'm cool with that. Business is it is kind of psychology. You have to, if you're listening to this and you're like, what the fuck? Where is this going? It's kind of in that direction where you got to kind of figure out people. What's your target market in a lot of things? Knockout LA, my friends, what is it? Not wholesaler. I guess online retailer.
Mm-hmm.
She's finding out her target market is there is a lot of women that don't like the workout clothes because they're ugly and they're not fashionable. And I mean, shit, to me, half the women I know just wear workout clothes and don't go work out anyway.
No, we definitely go to Publix. Like, oh shit, you have to go grocery shopping, put on your Lulu, let's rock.
Right.
Like, full
And
makeup.
as guys, we're cool with that. That's fine. Because the yoga pants thing, that was the one trend in the last 10 years. It beat out the poncho. Remember the poncho craze of like 2008?
Are you talking, okay, there was a girl poncho and there was a guy poncho.
There's never a guy poncho.
Yes, there was. When Nirvana came out, those ugly-ass plaid things with the hood.
Nirvana. No, I'm talking the last like decade.
Oh, okay.
There's a poncho craze. The spring break of 2005 was almost single-handedly ruined by the towel dress. You remember that?
Those are hideous. I didn't have one, thank God.
Every chick had one. It hit at a really weird time where Jessica Simpson was pimping it. And then I went to the Bahamas with a bunch of buddies, and every chick's wearing it. And you're like, what is this?
You know what?
That's not fair.
Is messed up because I wish I could get to specifics with you, but if I said a terry cloth material jumper / romper, is that what you're considering a towel dress?
No, it was the towel dress. It was like a robe that went right above the boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that what a romper is?
No, a romper is basically a baby onesie with shorts. It's super cute, and you wear them with heels. All right, you're gross. Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
like that.
Now we can't even talk about it.
I don't like it. Look, it's fine. Women's fashion's not for me.
It's not.
It's for other women.
It's not for your kind of
Dude's
lady.
fashion is for women. It's like, I want to look good for chicks. I don't.
Yeah, and guess who's buying it? The women anyway. You guys don't make those decisions, so perfect.
Right. I've never understood this since I can remember. Any thought I could formulate is like, why am I wearing something? Why are chicks wearing shit for other chicks?
Because you got to step your game up, and if you see somebody
to
else,
women.
Yeah, and it's like, damn, you look good. I really got to go get that. That'll match with this. Like, it's all about, as bad as it sucks,
it's vapid. That's why guys don't get it, because there's no competition really. No one wins. You never win.
Well, no, because you're not going to sit down if a guy came in here right now and be like, I love your shorts. Where did you get them?
I'll ask.
Well, now you
If
will
they're
because I told you.
No,
I hope
I'll
somebody
ask.
fucking walks in here.
If they're wearing comfortable ass basketball shorts, because that's my jam, like I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
I will be like, where'd you get those? Those look awesome. Ladies, you have to figure it out. Like, you have to like take a picture of them when they're not looking and go, all right, I gotta figure out where this bitch got this, and then go on Amazon or Pinterest or Instagram, figure it out, then get a better version of that.
You definitely have to get the better version, but I think I'm fortunate enough that I've come up to people and been like, where'd you get your blazer? Most of the time it's like for work stuff, because it's hard for women to work, be professional, and like actually still look cool, because it's either you're dressing like a teeny bopper where it's like dress up.
So let's talk about that.
Let's please do.
I feel like that's really interesting. You gave a compliment to my wife, which she woke up today and was like really happy about, that you read her blog post about wearing panty liners or something in your blazer.
Yes.
So
that was awesome.
So you don't sweat in the blazer? I didn't read it.
Of course you didn't.
Well, it's not for me.
No. So a lot of women in management, you don't want to wear the pantsuit. I'm sorry if you're listening, you wear a pantsuit. Don't do it anymore.
Sorry, Hillary.
She's got to go with the pantsuit.
And those creamy calf ankles.
Right? You can, damn, that was harsh. Usually you can dress up like a pencil skirt or a dress with a blazer, unless you have a different outfit like a regular dress. But on the top, you usually want to wear a blazer if you don't have sleeves that are covering. So the thing that stinks, if you are in a high-paced job, you're running around all day, and yes, you sweat. If you sweat, the blazer will soak up. Even if, I don't care if you have deodorant on, we all wear deodorant, but it basically, you can ruin your clothes from sweating. Guys don't understand that, because you have undershirts that you keep for 45 years.
I don't wear an undershirt.
That have brown stains.
I don't wear no undershirt.
You don't own. Do you own an undershirt?
No, I don't need one.
Then you're a freak.
I sweat all the time, so it doesn't matter.
So you just own all your clothes are sweaty.
Oh yeah, everything I own sweaty.
Okay, so everything you own is basically your undershirt.
Yeah, I don't own it. I own I think one tank top, wife beater, because I had to get it for something for Halloween.
Okay, well,
that's it.
You know what? I'm proud of you for making that first step. But your wife had said a great idea, which we have to tailor because it's a little weird, but it works. Is if you take a maxi pad and you take it off and stick it to the
always back to the maxi pad,
right? This is we've mentioned this already 3 times in this.
Yeah.
you stick it in the armpit part of your blazer. It's immediate. You need something that's absorbent and sticks to your blazer. Nobody knows. You don't have your deodorant smell or stain or anything, and you don't ruin your clothes. I'm not saying it comes out. You usually wear a black blazer, but you can tell.
Yeah.
And your dry cleaning bill then goes through the roof. So we're probably going to patent it. And I say we because I've already jumped on this bandwagon.
No, you guys are new BFFs. I like it.
Solid.
I'm surprised y'all haven't hung out before, but
Right?
I always enjoy when, because my wife's not from here, and I feel like she's dicing through the ladies the friends of friends that I have, and picking and choosing. So I get excited when she has a friend, someone that actually will have real talk.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. It's hard because when you come into any area that has, I'm just going to say it, old money.
Old money.
You have to really strategically find those people that either their lifestyle is this or their lifestyle is similar to yours, and there's people that don't have to work. You know what? That's fabulous.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them. So I don't want to talk about Tupperware
Ooh.
and rodent.
And the burps and the Tupperware.
Oh,
yeah. That's when I feel like that's like the beginning of Fight Club, where he's like, if I just get this IKEA,
Right?
like where he's like, I almost had this apartment done. I almost had it done. And I feel like that's like that miserable life of like, I got this whole dinnerware set. It's amazing. It's like, be so busy you don't give a fuck about that.
When you try to tell me about your problems, and I get it, being a full-time mom, that is a job. Nobody will tell me any differently.
You're a mom.
I mean, I'm a mom, but if I was a stay-at-home mom, I could tell you right now I'd have a lot more time for shit.
Yeah.
But when people try to compare different things, when you work full-time and you're a mom and you do this, that's the kind of thing that it's hard. I'm glad she has found people that she can talk to, because people have different priorities.
Yeah. I mean, and
struggle is real.
One day we hopefully will be there where she'll be in that position where she'll be a mom and working at the same time, because regardless if this podcast fucking kills it,
which it will.
It will. I feel very good about it. The small audience we have of 500, I hope to get to over 1,000 soon, and you just it keeps snowballing. It exponentially grows, like a lot of good things. Just keep putting out good content, and it'll come back.
A lot of things do grow when they get excited with people that like them.
Wow.
I tried to go one way with that.
Those improv classes are really paying off.
I'm not going to the right one.
No. What I was saying is, one day we hope to be there where, but I've always told her, like, regardless if we have kids, it's like, we'll always work. Even if you somehow, won the lottery, even though we don't play the lottery, or I don't, she will. But I feel like it's just fucking such a terrible. The Florida lottery, I wish that it's legal gambling.
I've won more money in scratch-offs than I ever had from actually picking numbers.
God, that's such a bummer. That bums me out so bad.
You can win. I've won $1,000 once from a scratch-off. How great would that have been on a Friday?
But we never have. You counted up how many scratch-offs you've burned?
Oh, I'm not like an addict. There's not. I get some in my Christmas stocking or for Easter.
Uh-huh.
And there was one.
This is my little treat.
Hey, egg, I know what's inside. It was money. It was great.
Yeah.
But the picking numbers thing, you're never going to win. Just accept it.
Well, the scratch-off lotto, at least the scratch-off, you do something, even if it's getting that silver paint off for a half second with a penny, and you use a penny.
It's getting more permanent. Pennies don't work anymore. Now you got a nail.
Use your crack nail.
The long pinky.
Yeah, use that Coke nail, just real long.
Pinky nail.
Get a guitarist or a cokehead and help you out.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: the lotto's just a bad message, and I really want to. I'll do a blog report one day that I want to see exactly where that money goes, because if they're donating that amount of money to schools and the schools in this state aren't that good, well, there's something missing in this equation. I know money doesn't actually equal scholastic success, but it's
it should be some kind of reflection if it's going, if it's going the right place.
Right.
And we're not seeing the current numbers, so.
So let's talk about ladies in the workplace, because I find this interesting.
Yeah.
I not realize if I'm a guy working in some kind of you're in a bigger company, so it's like I used to work at a big mutual fund company, and I was like, I can't do this. Like I was getting, this is so terrible. It wasn't that bad, but it was like I just can't see myself getting dressed every day in a suit. Yeah. Going to a job. I don't really. I like the idea of index funds and mutual funds and all this stuff, but it doesn't really get my goat. And then also just the corporate. It was starting to get so corporate. It used to be kind of a cool office, and then much like when I do gigs, and they're like, "Oh, dude, last week you should have been here. It's packed." I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't matter because I don't care about last week at this club because I'm here this week and there's 20 people here. Like that's how I felt when I went to this job where I was like, they're like, dude, 3 years ago, this place is fucking cool as shit. You could come and go when you want, and now it's all corporate. I'm like, why'd you tell me that?
Well, you realize I'm standing right in front of you, right?
It's not going to go backward to that.
That's bad news. Don't tell me that.
And the other thing, and this is kind of question 1B, is ladies' bathrooms, are they like men's bathrooms in a big office where people treat them like baboons?
No. However, there are places that don't take it to another standard. The place where I work does. It's awesome because we have like our own, where the sinks are, like there are trays and there are like spritzers and like little like perfumes and stuff. But that's just because we have someone in a position that she makes, that's her legit job.
Office manager, right?
I'm not kidding. She's amazing.
Good.
And that's one little perk that it's like, it makes you realize like how grateful you are to work where you are. Yeah. Now, don't get it twisted. I've been at other companies to have meetings, and I've been in their women's bathroom, and I'm like,
let's talk about it.
This is Planet of the Apes.
Maxi pads everywhere used.
No, I'm not kidding. No, it is remember in like high school where you didn't want to go to the bathroom for separate reasons, almost similar reasons, and you would hold it or just not go?
Here's a trick. I went to an all guys high school. I would go in the ladies' room because there's not a lot of ladies there. Only women teachers. So
that's genius.
Yeah.
Wait, did you get in trouble with teacher? Is this the teacher's bathroom? Were you going in the teacher's bathroom?
No. Legally, you have by government code or whatever, by local code, state code.
Why would you need a women's and men's at an all boys school? Restroom school?
I don't know, but it's a school. I think if it's designated as a high school, there would be a men's and women's in every wing, and I'd be like, cool. I'm gonna go in the women's.
Huh.
Pretty smart.
That is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Well, that's your government for you. You can see which way I kind of sit on that, but yeah. Well, I mean, there's some nights where there might be more ladies there for night school. They used it for a bunch of stuff. I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't like my school. So
do you want to know a secret? And I'm about to just out myself. I had to go to night school one time.
Cool.
No, not cool.
Why?
So you know how you get senioritis in high school? There was one point where I was like...
Is that like tendonitis?
Basically, but yeah. I didn't have to have surgery or anything. I just didn't go to class. And, oh my God, if I didn't fail art... Who fails art, first of all?
You failed art?
I'm not kidding. Well, I never just...
Not you didn't because go.
I'm not... Exactly. It was
not because you couldn't
It wasn't because I was like, where are the crayons? Like, no. But then I had to go to night school.
Was that the thuggiest in your school? Where are the crayons?
Right? What? How do I art? I don't know. What? No, I didn't show up, and they were like, you failed. You have to go to night school, or you can't graduate. Night school is the biggest joke.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be legit.
Yeah.
I didn't go to night school, and I passed.
How does that work?
I'm not real sure how that even happened, but I would go, and we'd have a break, and everybody would leave at the break, and I'd be like, well, sure as hell, I'm not staying here if everybody else is.
Yeah. I'm a lemming. That's why I'm here in the first place.
So here's your punishment, but you can leave your punishment and still graduate.
You still had to go.
Just a side note. Nobody would really know that, but yeah, I went to night class.
Huh. So, well, were you a lazy kid in high school?
Actually, I was good. I made good grades and everything, but there were two things, like there were two classes that I just thought were just super retarded, and I was like, this is not going to clearly help me in college.
Super tard?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not going. Or the teacher, like I was smarter than the teacher, and I was like, don't tell me how to live my life. I got to get out of here. And I would just leave.
Were you Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious?
Yes.
I live my life 1/4 mile at a time.
You know what else that I just giggle at that Vin Diesel said? Probably in the movie, but he said, "You never turn your back on your family, even when your family turns back on you."
Yeah.
Like what?
That's a horrible statement.
Are you kidding me?
When everybody takes a diarrhea dump on your face, you keep taking
You
it.
keep diarrhea-ing.
Have you seen the
my God.
remember the shark action figures that used to be in the 90s?
Street sharks?
Yeah.
Stop.
There's a video going around of Vin Diesel
He is a-
promoting them
Ew.
in like a commercial. It's so, or like a trade show or something. It's so weird. In
Could you
94.
imagine, like, I'm an actor. Make your kid buy some street sharks.
Wait, let me see if I can find this.
We're going to need some. Whoa, there's that lady.
Diesel. Yeah, it's a good pod because they know what we're talking about.
He is easy on the eyes, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, you get a thing for Vin Diesel?
No, he's not a top 3, but he's nice to look at.
I can't believe you haven't seen this.
Whoa, that's him?
Yeah, man. Hold on, let's see if we can get it to
That
play.
doesn't even look like him. Okay, first of all, hang on. Hold the phone.
I don't know if I can get the.
What are you wearing, Rico Suave?
I don't think I can get the sound to go through.
It's okay. I'll describe. It's the Toy Fair of 1994, people.
So Vin Diesel's fallen on hard times. This is on tvdays.com. This is on YouTube. If you search Vin Diesel and
Please
shark.
note his white shark tooth necklace over his Rico Suave leather man vest.
Keep using your words. He's got a table that has shark bites out of it
Oh,
that he's doing this
my.
on.
This looked like, okay, if you
You
went...
feel like you're watching a smut porn. Like
If you went to somebody's garage that lived in Daytona, Florida, and they were dealing drugs, this is where that commercial was filmed.
Now think, he's a grown man at this point. He's probably 24 in this thing, maybe 20, and he's having to like reenact how you would play with these shark toys.
I wouldn't show this shit to anybody. And please note, he has a small earring in the left ear, not the right.
Ooh,
And
I never got that.
A fresh fade.
There was always a different rule every time.
Hold up. We
Oh,
got a hand puppet.
Yeah, but he gets into it. Like he's animating.
Somebody just shot Vin Diesel up with a shit ton of steroids and was like, "We need you to promote this."
That's all him. I don't know what you're talking about. He's never done roids in his life. He's America's greatest hero.
That I don't know if I can ever unsee that. That was great.
You're welcome.
I appreciate
Yeah.
you. Ooh.
Who says we don't give out good stuff on this show? This shit's free. This is a free show.
That wasn't like I'd pay for this.
I should just do an episode of just like almost Tosh.0 and just, hey, have you seen this thing yet?
Yeah.
Because this is pretty awesome.
Okay, speaking of have you seen this thing? I didn't know there was... So my husband is really big into Animal Planet. He loves to like watch things that you can learn from.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Not so much because I have to use...
I'm listening. I'm going to get a beer while you're talking.
Okay, so I have to use my smarts so much at work that when I come home, I want to watch just like either a train wreck or trash TV or whatever, nothing that uses my brain. So he loves The Blue Planet, all this other crazy National Geographic stuff. But there is an episode, or apparently a series, in which Snoop Dogg is narrating.
Yeah, Snoop line.
No one told me, and I've never laughed so hard in my entire life.
Oh, yeah. And you don't even have to be high.
Oh, no, it was... No.
I mean, that helps.
It would be a hell of a... I don't know if I would have been able to get through it. I would have probably stopped at like the 5-minute mark had I been, but it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And I've only seen 5 minutes.
It's pretty good. I don't know why he's not narrating. Like, he could be the next Morgan Freeman.
No,
if you really
that
think about it.
if Snoop Dogg was smart, that is his job.
Oh, yeah. No, they're going to do more of that.
Oh, I can't.
He's already signed, like, some deal for it.
I would have signed him. It's hilarious.
So let's get back to a little bit businessy stuff. Like, all right, so ladies in management, I've been reading a lot about the wage gap difference, and I don't think it's legit. I don't think this 78 cents on the dollar thing is legit. What are your thoughts on that? Do you even think about it? Because I feel
it's brought up all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you're really working, you don't give a fuck about that statistic kind of thing. But I guess when you're negotiating, they say that's the big part where a lot of women, if there is any gap, a lot of it's in the negotiation part.
Yeah.
Where they don't want to be a trouble. They don't want to be like, they don't want to seem bitchy, I guess is really the kind of the weak description, because I'm kind of hungover. But
it's all right. That's the thing.
What
though.
are your thoughts?
So a lot of, and this is completely personal opinion, but I think that a lot of women don't want to take the risk when it comes time to sit down with your boss to say, okay, well, I think this is my worth, and this is how much I should get paid, or this is what I'd like to ask for, based off of these numbers. Whereas a dude will just walk into an office and be like, look, I want this much, without even a care of the repercussions.
I don't know about that.
No, there are, come on. There are guys are not. They don't overanalyze things. So all we think about is we're hard workers. We want to keep our jobs. We stay content. When in actuality, you could be paid a lot more, but you just don't even explore that option.
But if you're cognizant of overanalyzing,
which
when you analyze that, you're like, and I'm saying women, you as women, if women overanalyze, if we're going generality in the workforce, we're talking white collar jobs. If women overanalyze their position, why wouldn't they overanalyze the discussion they're going to have? You see what I'm saying? Like, almost like prepare what I call being a social attorney. You're your own defense lawyer in a sense. So
when you overanalyze, the main thing that you're focusing on, and we use more of our emotions, I don't care who you are, that's just true.
What?
Right?
There's a difference between men and women? Aren't we going to become one thing?
We're one gender. Yeah. Apparently, we're getting there.
Are you a she? Do you know about that?
Oh, my God.
Have you heard of the Harvard pronouns?
I can't even keep things straight as far as I can't. But I can't. I don't want to.
I can't even. Because I can't even.
I just can't. If you're a guy to me. I'm sorry if you want to dress like a woman. I get it. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I don't get it. I'm so confused. I'm not trying to be
hardball here. But how do you feel about Caitlyn Jenner has a penis? Still a dude to me. That's my thesis. You got to have if you got a wang and everything else is there, you're not a chick. That one's tough. That's what I'm saying. This is a tough. There's no right or wrong answer because clearly no one knows in America.
Well, there kind of is if you think about it. Like, yeah, you have a wang, you're a guy. But biologically, when you get down to someone's DNA, you cannot, and I'm sorry to tell you this, I get where people are coming from.
So I'll never be a woman.
Chromosome. You legit will never be. Right? Are you crushed? I'm sorry. But you will always, and I get that people want to transform or they feel that way. And that's where I would say, okay, whatever you want me to call you, that's fine. That's what I get.
Yeah.
Just let me know. But don't be offended when I say, oh, hi, what's your name, or he or she, when you haven't told me, or I can't defer from your outside perception.
Right.
Like, if I'm looking at you and I don't know, don't get mad at me because of that. Like, just tell me. I'll call you whatever you want.
This happened to me yesterday.
Did somebody call you a girl?
No.
Okay.
No. Babies are confused by me because I have long hair and a beard. So they associate long hair with being female.
Yeah.
And then I have a beard, and they're like, well, I don't get it. Like, I'm not talking like infant. Well, maybe like infant to like toddler.
It's mainly toddlers, yeah.
They're confused because most of the stuff they see is like very simple, kind of like, any cartoon they're watching, it's very simple like that. Like
right.
Long hair, lady, short hair, guy kind of thing. But so babies are like kind of like they don't know what to make of me. And then I do the thing where it's really creepy as a guy to try to be cute with a kid. And that always fails.
Gross.
It always fails.
I'm like, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to need you to stop and walk away.
But yesterday I was in a doctor's office and there's a chick. Short hair, like a faux hawk, bigger gal, wearing a flannel shirt.
I don't like any.
So I'm profiling lesbian, but before I got to that, I was like, "Oh, excuse me, sir," and she's like, "I'm a ma'am," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
But did you know?
What do you know? I saw from behind.
Okay.
So think of that from behind. 300-pounder.
With a flannel shirt, which
in jeans.
I have a flannel shirt.
Yeah, but this is like Nirvana flannel. This is like grungy. Going for the grunge. Could be a truck driver.
Lumberjack.
Lumberjack, I feel like would have they'd be svet. Like they'd be a little stocky.
Yeah.
Like this is obese. This is truck driver from behind.
What was the hair though?
The hair was a faux hawk.
Oh,
blonde.
Okay, that's not fair then.
Blonde, brown.
If she didn't turn around, I would have probably said, "Excuse me, sir."
So it's like
You were at least polite.
Yeah, and I probably didn't even need to add in the gender part of that, but it's like you look like a sir from behind. Isn't that kind of the thing you're going for? Isn't that like a little bit like if we're going very vanilla on here's what boys dress like and here's what girls dress like aren't you kind of going that way? I mean, it's the lesbian kind of cut. And if you don't have to elaborate on any of this if you're like I could get fired.
No, I mean it's hard because everybody wants to be treated equally, and I get it. But at the same time, you can't fault somebody for legit. People are trying to be nice to each other, but there's a parade going on.
There's a party next door to us. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, we have some voiceover guys. We have some other guys that do some advertising stuff. So they do voiceover right next to us.
Could we have like a West Side Story competition or something? Just a
shocks. I just feel it's false advertising a little bit, but you can't. Here's my other thing.
You can't fault the person. They didn't mean to.
Here's my other thing. It negates everything before that. So, me being polite and saying excuse me and like kind of being patient.
Yeah. While
this big person was blocking an area to get to the waiting room, totally negated because I said sir instead of ma'am. I don't know where you sit on that. I just feel like this is kind of my therapy as well. So
I like it.
I don't feel like I was in the wrong, but I wanted to bring it up because it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I call everybody man. I call you man. Man.
Some people,
dude. I call
just
women dudes.
So I still say bro, and I used to say bro in high school, and it's a really hard habit. And I actually you have to like change your vernacular at work. And it's really, it's hard because I
gleeked.
have said. It's a hard thing to do. It's a hard talent.
I never mean to gleek. I gleeked all over the mixer, but
I didn't even know what that was.
Oh, you didn't
for a hot minute.
Gleek?
Yeah, but it's like when it comes through the gap.
Oh, it can just resonate from the swamp under your tongue and just pop out.
I don't get it.
Some people can do it on command. I can't. It just happens.
Yeah, some turds used to do it in high school, and I just didn't understand what they were
turds.
Doing. I hate
but
that.
Go ahead. You have to use formal kind of vocational skills.
Yeah.
Well, it is for vocation.
It is a vocation, but verbiage and vernacular.
Mm-hmm.
I love that word.
Mm-hmm.
And a bro slipped out and
totally negates everything you just said.
Right. Guess what? You have a master's degree? No, you don't anymore. You came from hobo school, and you just said,
in Hoboken, hobo school in Hoboken.
You're a Hoboken.
Think about that, Frank Sinatra.
You take your bro and you get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, old blue eyes.
You're fired.
Is it weird? 47 minutes has gone by.
Are you fucking kidding me? I could do this. I hope you guys.
What I'm saying.
Hope you guys keep listening. I'm coming back. This is great.
Yeah, well,
I'll keep this going all night long.
I want to keep it to under an hour, but I mean, like, so how do we follow you? How do we become your disciples? crownandginger.com. You probably want to Google that because you're probably going to screw up the dashes in that. You couldn't ampersand it.
I couldn't ampersand, and I didn't even know what that ampersand was. I just know the and symbol.
Mm-hmm.
But it's see, that's not even right either. I'm telling you, go to the wrong place. It's crown-ginger.com. And you can see all my social media stuff on there, so you're straight.
We'll put it on this blog post when we put it on tocoworks.com. If you have any questions, business questions, we'll bring them up. I've yet to get a good one. I think it's my friends fucking with me that have listened to this. So if you've got a business question you want me to bring up on the podcast and want me to answer, it's LAW at tocoworks, TOCOWORKS.com. You can hit up Caleb as well if you want to talk to the Lions Purr. That is Caleb Lions Purr Fuddy. He is Caleb, CALEB, at tocoworks.com, TOCOWORKS.com. Anything else? Any Instagram, any Pinterest for Crown Ginger? Ginger?
Crown Ginger.
Crown Ginger?
It's all tagged on there. It's all, you guys, you know where to go. It's there.
You got to get that Pinterest going, girl.
It's just...
No. Look.
I know.
If anybody's listening to this podcast, this is episode 12 or 13 or something like that. If anybody's listening to this, they know I have a boner for Pinterest because it's going to compete with Facebook. Here's why. Dropping knowledge. If you made it this far This is like Shawshank Redemption. If you made it this far, why don't you come a little bit further?
I like it.
Yeah. Here, I'm dropping some knowledge at the end, some heat. Pinterest is going to rival Facebook in the sense that it's going to be the e-commerce platform. It basically, whatever 88% of what women pin to their board, they will buy. You're basically getting the market research before. You're getting what women want.
Yeah.
So you have more reliable data. So what's going to happen is you're going to be able to hover over shit. So you pin a dress worn by Sharon Stone. God, that was terrible.
A horrible ass example. We're going to need you to leave on that.
Mila Kunis is wearing some kind of dress.
Okay. That works.
Yeah. She's amazing. Mila Kunis is wearing a dress at some award show or whatever. Then you're going to be able to pin that to your board, then hover over that, and then it's going to pop up Amazon, Wayfair. I don't even know what ladies' shops are.
Wayfair, get out of here.
But it's Lululemon. Maybe it was a fitness red carpet. Here's what I'm saying. You're going to be able to hover over her earrings, and it's going to go boop, boop, boop. You can get those earrings here, here, and here.
I can't wait for the boop boops.
But think the boop boops are in. Think of it's like Facebook face recognition. You know how creepy that is, right?
It is. And
it's pretty goddamn accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that with things. Faces are the hardest, really.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you don't believe me.
No, I'm
okay, get the fuck out now.
I'm just a bigger fan of Instagram to where I can look up a hashtag and all these things come up with that hashtag and give me so many ideas.
Let's end on that because we talked about this on our last episode. People don't hashtag correctly. And if you're really trying to push something, you should figure out what hashtags people are looking up, like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
This will have to be continued because I could go on for 2 hours on that topic.
Try to do it in under 9 minutes.
Okay, what you need to do is whatever you're searching or whatever you think the picture is about, think about the most broad category you could have for that. So let's say you're getting together to carve pumpkins. Don't say, Halloween, whatever. No, be specific, but broad. So hashtag pumpkin carving.
Yep.
Done.
Yes.
Don't go pumpkin carving weekend, this and that. No, pumpkin carving. Carving. Mm-hmm. Halloween. Like add those things and it just makes my life complete. I like stuff like that.
We do it for ours. I did a little self-promotion before this podcast. I tried to put it up on try to get a little Cigar City Brewing in there that we're drinking the Tampa style lager. Yeah. Got a little Mangria over there for Adam Carolla. Oh, you never had that?
No, but we might have to try it.
It's a heavy sangria.
Oh.
It's Adam Carolla's drink. He's our podcast guru. We look up to him for all this. And hey, we had a good time, right?
I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
I hate to make it curt, but it was this stuff goes by very quick. You're apprehensive at first. You came in like a baby deer,
right?
And then
don't know sudden movements.
And then you came in, and now you're a gazelle. I don't know how a deer turns into a gazelle, but it happened.
It's magic.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. Let's do that again.
One more time.
All right. A little bit of more emotion, a little bit of lemon face. Lemon face. Woo. All right. crown-ginger.com. Look for the tag. What's the hashtag? Crown Ginger?
No, I just spell it out. Hashtag Crown and Ginger.
Crown and Ginger. No ampersand.
No ampersand.
All right. Hit it up. If you want some ladies' lifestyle.